Every morning, before the world rushes in, you are given a sacred moment, a blank page. What you write on that page with your thoughts, your attitude, and your intentions will shape not just your day, but your life. The truth is, success does not begin with luck, nor does it start with the applause of others. It begins in the quiet conviction you plant in your own mind the moment you open your eyes. These are the reminders, the unshakable truths that will set your spirit on fire and keep your vision unbreakable. Today, I'll share with you 14 things to remind yourself each morning, so you can command your day, not merely survive it. Your thoughts create your day, not chance, not the news, not what someone else says or does, your thoughts. From the instant you open your eyes, your mind begins building the story you will live out for the next 24 hours. If you allow that story to be written by fear, doubt, or complaints, you have already surrendered the pen. But if you choose to take control of the narrative, you will shape a day that bends toward your goals instead of away from them. The first few minutes after waking are the most powerful. Your mind is fresh, unburdened by the noise of the day. This is when you set the tone, when you give your subconscious its orders. Most people waste these minutes scrolling, worrying, or replaying yesterday's failures. And then they wonder why the day feels heavy, why opportunities seem far away. But you will not make that mistake. You will use this time to create a blueprint for victory. Think of your mind like a fertile field. The moment you wake up, you are holding a bag of seeds. Each thought you plant will grow into something, perhaps small weeds of irritation, or perhaps strong, fruitful trees of opportunity. Plant the wrong seeds and your day will be choked before it even begins. Plant the right seeds and your day will flourish. It is not a question of whether the soil works, it always works. The only question is, what are you planting? This is why you must choose your first thoughts deliberately. Before your feet touch the ground, declare to yourself, today will serve me. Today will move me closer to my vision. Today will reveal solutions instead of problems. These aren't empty phrases. They are commands. They are instructions to your own mind that you are not a victim of the day, but the commander of it. And here is a truth you must burn into your memory. Your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. If your mind is chaotic, expect chaos. If your mind is focused, expect clarity. You cannot walk around all morning thinking about what you fear, what you lack, and what you hate, and still expect your day to be filled with joy, abundance, and opportunity. That is not how life works. Life simply reflects back the energy you bring to it. So start with gratitude. Gratitude is the quickest way to shift your mind into power mode. When you list what you're thankful for, even the smallest things, you are telling your brain, I already live in abundance. And when you live in that state, your thoughts begin to attract more reasons to be grateful. This isn't magic. It's focus. Your mind sees what it is trained to see. Once gratitude sets your foundation, turn to intention. Picture how you want the day to unfold. See yourself succeeding in the tasks ahead, speaking with confidence, solving problems with ease. See yourself calm when others are chaotic. See yourself resilient when obstacles appear. This mental rehearsal is not fantasy, it is preparation. Athletes do it before stepping onto the field. Leaders do it before addressing the world. You can do it before taking on your day. And remember, there will be distractions. There will be negativity. But the thoughts you choose at the start will act like armor. They will keep you from being dragged into battles that don't matter, into conversations that drain you, into doubts that stop you. So tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, claim the moment. Don't give it to fear. Don't give it to the world. Decide who you are. Decide what this day will mean, because your thoughts create your day, and today, just like every day, is waiting for you to command it. You are the architect of your destiny. Every choice you make, every habit you keep, every thought you allow to live in your mind is another brick laid in the structure of your future. People talk about fate as if life is a random storm tossing them wherever it pleases. But that is not the truth. The truth is, every day, you pick up the tools and either build something worthy of your dreams or something that will collapse under the weight of your own neglect. The moment you accept this responsibility, your life begins to change. Because when you see yourself as the architect, you no longer waste time blaming the weather, the economy, or the people who don't believe in you. Architects don't stand on the construction site arguing with the wind. They adjust their plans, reinforce the structure, and keep building. They know the end result will not appear overnight. They know it's the daily discipline of showing up that turns a vision into reality. Your destiny is not built in sudden bursts of inspiration. It is built in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you choose to read instead of scroll, to practice instead of complain, to invest instead of spend without thought. These small decisions may feel insignificant in the moment, but they are the steel beams of your future. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you are strengthening the frame. Every time you take one more step, when quitting feels easier, you are securing the foundation. But here's the secret most people miss. The blueprint of your life exists in your mind long before it exists in the world. You cannot build a skyscraper with the plans for a shack. If you want a life of freedom, impact, and abundance, you must design it in detail, not vague hopes, not empty wishes, but a clear vision so strong you can see it, feel it, and walk through it in your imagination before it's real, and that vision must be guarded. You can't let every opinion, every doubt, every piece of negativity redraw your plans. You wouldn't allow a stranger to walk onto a construction site and start tearing down walls. So why would you allow the wrong voices to dismantle the vision you've worked so hard to create? Protect it, feed it, surround it with people, books, and environments that strengthen it. Understand, too, that every delay, every obstacle, every so-called failure is not a signal to give up. It's a test to see if you are serious about what you're building. Sometimes the storm will knock over a wall. That's fine. You will rebuild it stronger. Sometimes you will run out of resources. That's fine. You will find another way, because the architect doesn't abandon the project when things go wrong. The architect adapts. This is the mindset you must carry each morning. Look at your day as the next phase of construction. Ask yourself, what brick will I lay today? What habit will I reinforce? What distraction will I remove from my work site? Because the building never stops, whether you are aware of it or not. You are always adding to the structure. The question is whether you are building a fortress for your dreams or a prison for your excuses. When you walk through your life years from now, you will be surrounded by the walls you are building today. Make sure they tell a story of discipline, courage, and vision. The hammer is in your hand, the blueprint is in your mind. And every sunrise is another chance to build something worth living in. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. Most people see a wall and stop. They turn around, complain about how unfair life is, and wait for someone to build them a door. But the truth is, the wall is not there to block you, it is there to reveal what you are made of. Every obstacle you face is a question from life itself. Do you really want this? Are you willing to fight for it? When you change the way you see challenges, you change the way you respond to them. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" you start saying, "What is this trying to teach me?" That shift is the difference between those who crumble under pressure and those who rise to levels they never imagined possible. Every problem contains within it the seed of an advantage. Sometimes that advantage is not obvious at first. A setback may feel like the end, but in reality it is a redirection steering you toward a better path, sharpening your skills, or forcing you to develop a strength you didn't know you had. The very pressure you resist is the same pressure that forges diamonds. The fire that feels unbearable is the same fire that turns raw metal into a blade capable of cutting through anything. Think of the greatest breakthroughs in history. They were born from difficulty. New inventions came from scarcity. Leaders emerged during crisis. Victories were forged in the middle of battles that seemed impossible to win. If those people had walked away at the first sign of resistance, the world would never have seen their greatness. The truth is, obstacles filter the crowd. They separate the curious from the committed, the talkers from the doers. Everyone has big dreams when the road is smooth, but when the storm hits, when the path is blocked, when resources run out, that's when you see who truly deserves the destination. And if you're willing to face those moments head on, you put yourself in a category very few people will ever enter. So how do you transform obstacles into opportunities? First, you meet them with the right mindset. Instead of shrinking back, lean in. Say to yourself, this is not here to stop me. This is here to shape me. Second, look for the lesson immediately. What skill can you develop right now? What weakness is being exposed that you can strengthen? Third, take action, no matter how small. Obstacles often look bigger because we stand still staring at them. The moment you move, the moment you start chipping away, they begin to shrink. It's also important to remember that you are never truly alone in facing them. Somewhere in the world, someone else has stood before a similar wall and found a way through. Their story is proof that yours is possible, but you must be willing to search for the tools, the strategies, and the mindset that will help you turn that wall into a bridge. Every challenge you conquer adds to your confidence. Each victory, no matter how small, reminds you that you have what it takes, and the next time life throws you a curveball, you'll face it with less fear and more certainty. Over time, you'll begin to welcome these moments because you'll know deep down that they are not setbacks. They are stepping stones, so the next time you encounter an obstacle, don't curse it, thank it. It is proof that you're on a path worth walking, proof that growth is happening, proof that you are getting closer to the version of yourself capable of holding the success you seek. The road without obstacles doesn't lead anywhere worth going. The road with them is the road that will transform you. Discipline outweighs motivation. Motivation is powerful, yes, but it's fleeting. It's like a spark. It can ignite a fire, but if there's nothing to feed that fire, it dies as quickly as it began. Discipline is different. Discipline is the fuel source that keeps the fire burning through the coldest nights and the longest storms. It is not dependent on your feelings. It is not swayed by whether you feel like it today. It is the decision to act, regardless of mood, regardless of comfort. The truth is, the people who achieve extraordinary things are not the ones who wake up inspired every single morning. They are the ones who move forward even when they don't want to. They understand that their future doesn't care how tired they are, how busy they are, or how inconvenient it feels in the moment. Their vision is too important to be held hostage by their emotions. Discipline means showing up when no one is clapping, when there's no immediate reward, when the results are invisible. It means sticking to your plan when the excitement fades, because you know that success is built in the unglamorous hours, the early mornings, the late nights, the repetitions that no one sees. This is where the real victories happen. Motivation says, I'll do it when I feel inspired. Discipline says, I'll do it because I said I would. One is based on temporary energy, the other is built on integrity, and integrity, keeping promises to yourself, is one of the most powerful forces you can develop. Every time you follow through, you strengthen your self-trust. Every time you quit, you weaken it. Understand this, you will not always feel like doing the work. There will be days when your mind will give you every excuse to avoid it. You're tired, you're stressed, you're not in the mood. If you listen to those excuses long enough, they will become your reality. But if you push through, if you train yourself to act in spite of resistance, you will become unstoppable. Because while others are waiting for motivation to return, you'll still be moving forward. Think about any skill, any goal, any transformation. It is never achieved by a single burst of effort. It's the accumulation of consistent, disciplined action over time. The body is built rep by rep. The business is built call by call, deal by deal. The book is written page by page. There is no shortcut, and there is no substitute for simply doing the work over and over until the results appear. And here's the beautiful thing: the more you practice discipline, the more it becomes a part of you. It stops feeling like a battle every time. You begin to act out of habit rather than emotion. You no longer have to convince yourself to do what needs to be done. You simply do it because that's who you are now. So stop chasing the illusion that you need to feel inspired before you act. Start building the muscle of discipline. Treat your goals like non-negotiable appointments with your future self. When the alarm goes off, get up. When the plan says work, work. When the schedule says train, train. Do it whether you feel like it or not, because that's the only way you will ever bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Motivation is a guest that comes and goes. Discipline is the resident that stays. Build your life on the resident, not the guest, and you will not just reach your goals, you will surpass them. Abundance is a mindset before it is a reality. Most people wait for evidence before they believe. They wait to see the money in their account, the opportunities in their inbox, the results on the scale before they allow themselves to feel rich, powerful, or successful. But that's not how life works. You don't attract abundance by waiting for proof. You attract it by believing first, acting first, living as though it's already yours. The scarcity mindset whispers, there isn't enough. Opportunities are rare. You'd better hold on to what you have and never risk losing it. And when you listen to that voice, you start to shrink. You hesitate. You turn away from risks that could change everything for you. You operate from fear instead of possibility. And fear is a poor architect of the future. The abundance mindset is different. It says there is always more. There are more ideas, more chances, more resources, more ways to win than I can possibly imagine. This is not blind optimism, it's strategic vision. Because when you believe there is more, you start looking for more. You become alert to opportunities others ignore. You take action when others hesitate, and life responds to that energy by giving you more to work with. Understand this. Abundance doesn't start with possessions, it starts with perception. Two people can stand in the same room with the same resources, and one will see limitations while the other sees potential. The difference isn't luck, it's mindset. The one who sees potential begins to act as if they are already capable, already worthy, already in motion toward their goal. That belief changes their behavior, and that behavior changes their results. When you live with an abundance mindset, you speak differently. You stop saying, I can't afford this, and start asking, how can I make this possible? You stop saying, there's no way, and start asking, what way haven't I seen yet? You stop closing doors in your mind and start building new ones. The language of abundance is possibility. The language of scarcity is limitation. Which one you speak daily will shape the life you live. Gratitude is the fastest way to cultivate this mindset. When you focus on what you already have, no matter how small, you train your mind to see wealth instead of lack. And when your mind sees wealth, it starts creating more of it. This is not some mystical promise, it's psychology. People who feel abundant think bigger, act bolder, and take more decisive steps toward what they want. Those steps create results, and those results reinforce the belief that abundance is real. But here's the truth. Abundance doesn't mean recklessness. It doesn't mean spending without thought or chasing every shiny object. It means making moves from a place of confidence instead of fear. It means trusting that even if something doesn't work out, you'll learn, you'll adapt, and you'll find another path, because there is always another path. So when you wake up each morning, don't ask yourself what's missing. Ask yourself what's possible. Don't start your day looking for signs that life is against you. Start looking for signs that life is working with you. And even on the days when resources feel thin and opportunities feel distant, carry yourself like the person who already has what they're aiming for. Because abundance begins in the mind, and the mind is where your reality is first created. Think it, feel it, act on it, and watch as life rises to meet the vision you've been carrying inside you all along.